Well, let me tell you a little bit about the hospital, because some people have asked about the hospital. And if you're expecting St. Francis, that's not what you're going to get. It has the feel more like of a doctor's office with patient rooms in it. And it's several floors. I think NBC is 3 or 4 floors of the building, and it's very clean. My hospital room was just solid white, and there's a picture that, I don't know if my phone's floating around, but in there's a picture of the bathroom in the hospital, and so it was just, everything was fine. They gave me a gown, which if you see my picture, a gown, and they give you compression tights to prevent blood clots. And so then I went in for the surgery, and so I was expecting some pain in my shoulder, the gas pain, because they blow up your stomach to be able to work in there. And everyone had said to walk, and that'll get that gas out. So after the surgery, when I woke up in the recovery room, well, I'll tell you this first. So Chantel was the person who had surgery right before me. So I was waiting for my turn, and they wheeled Chantel out, and she's completely out of it. And then they start doing what they're doing, and they give her a shot or something right here, and she goes, "Oh!" And whoever it was looked at me and she goes, "Don't worry, she won't remember that." And so if they did that to me, I didn't remember that either. But Dr. Cabrera came in and he talked to me. And he was like, "You're gonna do great," and I was like, "Are you feeling good, Doc? It's been a long day, and he's like, "I'm feeling great." So we went in, and when I came out, I remember being wheeled back to my room, and I was really groggy, and I got in the bed, and I don't know how long I laid there, but as soon as I could sit up and get up, I remember Vicky, my friend, was like, "Take it easy, Gretchen, take it easy." And I'm like, "No, I've got to go to the bathroom." So I got up, and as soon as I got up, I burped like twice. And so after that, I would lay down, and there was pain, I had surgery, but it was about every hour I would sleep for about 45 minutes, and then I'd wake up and I'd get up and I'd go for a walk, and I'd just walk down the hall, and eventually I got to know everybody in the hospital. I know y'all might find that hard to believe, but anyway, I went to everybody's room and I was checking on everybody, but I was up and down, and I was probably the first of the 4 of us to get my drain out, because I guess all that activity, it just moved through, and I had some, I did my leak test the next morning, and it was fine. And that stuff tastes terrible. So just so you know, when they give you the stuff for the leak test, it's gross. But, and then after that, I had some grape juice or Gatorade. And then I got my drain out by like 1 o'clock that afternoon. And after that, I was good to go. And then the next day, they had a 5K race. I'm a runner, and my friends are both runners too. They were having a 5K race in front of the hospital, and so we took our little IV things and walked out there, and they had all these clothes and things that they were selling, race gear, so we bought stuff that was way too small for us, as we're like, we're gonna fit in this. And I can't yet, but I'm working on it. And so then we went back to the hotel, and they came and checked on us that night. The doctors came to make sure we were doing okay. and then we flew home the next day. We went out on Friday and flew back home on Monday, I believe. And then I was off work the rest of that week. But that last day on Sunday, I felt good enough that I went shopping in downtown Tijuana. Now, I didn't walk around a lot, and I was tired, but I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to go shopping in a new place. And so we went, and I bought myself a ring and it's too big now. But anyway, it was a great experience. They took really great care of us. None of us had any problems when we got back. As someone had asked about doctor here locally, I contacted my primary care physician before I went and told him what I was going to do, and I asked him if he would be comfortable with my follow-up care, and he said that he would be thrilled to do that, and he has. That's Dr. Kerman Shahi is my primary care physician. But both Michelle and Sherry, their doctors have been the same way. In fact, Sherry's doctor was so enthusiastic about her having it that he wrote her a letter, and she was able to use, I think she was able to use her flexible spending account for hers, because he wrote a letter that the surgery was medically necessary. And so we came back. The biggest things that I can tell you about coming back home is I was really tired for a while. I mean, I wasn't getting enough nutrition, to sustain my activity level for those first 2 months. And I think also the anesthesia, just recovering from major surgery. So I was tired a lot. I really needed a nap about every day for the first several months. And the first time that we were cleared to do some exercise, Michelle and we went for a walk. And normally 2 miles is not an issue for us to walk, but we had to stop and rest about halfway through for about 15 minutes just because we were tired. But I'm 11 months out yesterday, and I'm running my second marathon May 7th. And so I've been doing marathon training, and I ran 20 miles week before last Saturday. And so, so all that's behind. I mean, my activity level's back where it was. And hydration. Hydration is hard. It's a lot harder after, because you have to kind of plan for it, because you're not supposed to drink for 30 minutes after you eat. And that is one rule. I mean, I can't say I haven't had a cupcake since I had the surgery. But the one rule that I never break is that one, where I don't ever drink with a meal. And so, or after I eat anything. So you do have to be careful if you need to get your hydration levels up, that you're really planning for that, and you have to have your water with you all the time.